Dodge Viper ACR. What you doing? Helicopters landing at the University of Alberta. So I had an issue with my Drift HD camera. I had it for about 3 weeks, and then I was on a flight and I had it suction cup mounted into the canopy of the aircraft, and just somehow during the flight, I have no idea how it could have been. Like, we were doing some work where we were at like 6,500 and then down to like 50 feet or 100 feet AGL and then back up, but I don't think that would have anything to do with it. But anyways, so the autofocus on my camera, the autofocus on my camera stopped working, so it was always out of focus. So I contacted Drift online for the warranty, and they said bring it to your place where you bought it, etc., etc. So I went to the local sport camera store here in West Edmonton Mall, and the guy there was really helpful. He basically looked at the camera, tried a bunch of things that I had already tried, put a new battery in it, tried you know, resetting the camera, reformatting the hard drive or the SD card. He tried updating the firmware again, which I had already tried, and all those things didn't work. So he basically just swapped it out. He said, here's a brand new one, and I'll return this one for warranty issues. So I gotta say that was possibly the easiest warranty issue I've ever had with anything I've ever owned. So kudos to Drift for having such an open policy for their warranty. I mean, the out of focus issue, she said it wasn't a very common thing, but it's a hardware issue when it happens. So so kudos to Drift. I mean, the camera that I have now works amazing. It's basically a brand new camera, and you know, you can't ask for anything better than that, really. I mean, these companies nowadays, they try and make you jump through hoops to get anything customer service wise, and there's so many services that I use where the customer service is basically like non-existent. You know, like the cell phone providers in Canada, they have like zero customer service. Power companies, things that basically anything that's mandatory for you to have, and I know a cell phone isn't mandatory, but pretty much is necessary in today's day and age. So anything that's necessary for you, or at least that they have enough customers that they don't have to have any service, they have no customer service. You know, I purchased the extended warranty on my phone. I was paying $17 a month because I bought a Galaxy Note. Okay, I purchased it and was paying for almost 2 years, $17 a month for my insurance on the phone. When I broke it the first time, I dropped it in spaghetti sauce. I fixed all that on my own. I took the phone apart, I cleaned out everything to get the spaghetti sauce. It was actually coated like inside the little mic area. Now the second time that it broke, I dropped it in a bucket of jet fuel, and that was it. That was toast. The screen stopped working, and jet fuel actually eats plastic and rubber and basically most of the components that the phone's made of. So it instantly became like weak and brittle, and I had it in my pocket, just taking it home, and it cracked the housing. So so now I called the company and I said, hey, I dropped my phone in jet fuel and I have the insurance, and the phone is 2 years old. When I bought it on my 3-year term, it cost me $150 for the phone if I sign the contract. I know that it's like a $600 phone back when it was new, but nowadays, you know, those phones they're almost to a point where it was time for me to get a new version or an upgrade anyways. So I called the insurance place for my phone, and they said that they could send me a new one if I send them back my broken one to prove that it's broken for like $200. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, the phone, I could buy one like an unlocked phone online for less than that if I wanted the exact same phone, you know? So I thought that was a huge ripoff. So I'm just gonna wait until my contract's over, and I'm gonna buy a phone and go from there. And I was with another big company about 5 years ago. I was with them for 10 years, and they just dicked me around so much that I just didn't want to deal with them anymore, so I switched. And now this new company, the first time that I ever really needed anything, I kind of shit the bed on customer service, but what do you do, right? You need a phone. So anyways, I'm using my old phone from like 5 years ago, which I still had. Just charged it up, and it still has the same problems that it had when I stopped using it. It freezes all the time, and it has this weird glitch where every once in a while it'll come up on there. It'll say android.phone.app has, you know, crashed or whatever, and then I have to click force close. And if I don't see that message, as long as that message is on the screen, I have no service, so I can't get any calls or texts. So if I don't see it right away, it's there for a couple hours. I just missed all those calls and texts, so it's kind of a bummer. But c'est la vie, right? So yeah, I'm really happy with Drift HD camera in the first place, and I'm really happy with their warranty, because, like, I mean, there's no reason for a camera, like a $400 camera after 3 weeks to not work. So I'm sure they'll just take it back and refurbish it and sell it again, I'm sure. But whatever. Are you even sexy? You're not even sexy. Why do you have like little tattoo things on the back? That's like something a sexy girl would have.
They like to fly hills like that. They're like really